Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of your favorite hypnosis show. Of course, it's Hypnosis Hero. I'm your host, Jim Kellner. I don't know why that's doing that. We're having all kinds of technical difficulties. I'll be honest, we're running a little behind today, a little bit late, and so I do apologize for that. I was working on some stuff to get things a little bit more organized. But anyway, hey, welcome to Exploring Awesome. Please let me know where you're watching from, because that's important. We want to know how far away you're listening. I'm really excited tonight. We've got a great guest, and it's going to be joining us shortly. And before I do that, of course, please like, comment, and share, everybody. Let's see. Show on stream. Oh, shoot. I know what I did wrong. You know, I've only been using this platform for like a year now, Brian. You'd think I'd get the hang of it. Everybody, please welcome my sidekick, my cohort, my buddy, Brian Bay. Hello, Brian.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well, and I'm going to tone it down a little bit. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me down a little bit. I was a little hyper there. I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, hanging in there, man. It's been a week, but
has it?
Yeah, little life thrown some curveballs and some challenges, but we've also had some good stuff happen. So, happy to. We're just rolling with it, man.
Cool, man. Cool.
How about yourself? What's new in your world?
What's new in my world? I got to tell you, what is new?
I saw your chat by Black. You what?
What's that? I'm heading out to the Heartland Hypnosis Conference, and that happens out in Missouri. So I'm excited about that. I get to hang out with Grant. We'll be live and in person together.
So you can drag Grant out here to Pacific Northwest? We're going to have sunshine coming up soon.
Yeah, exactly. I wish. I don't think that's going to happen, but
we should Mother Nature.
I'm going to see about maybe getting some, maybe a whole gaggle of hypnotists on for next Friday, or I may not do it at all because we might be hanging out. So I'm not really sure exactly what's doing next Friday. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let's bring on producer Shawn. We love producer Shawn. Shawn, how are you today?
Good evening. Oddly enough, you were talking about Mother Nature, and yes, decided to dump about 20 centimeters of snow on me yesterday, over the last 2 days. I think it set back fourth spring by about 2 weeks.
Damn. And of course, as everyone, regular watchers know, the Shawn lives out in the northernmost regions of the world. What's it called again? Saskatoon?
Saskatoon is one of the cities. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan would be. It would be close, about 3 hours away from me.
And for all of you guys not on the metric system, Mother Nature gave Shawn just a little
almost
shy of 8 inches yesterday.
Almost 2 feet.
Almost 2 feet. Oh my God!
I thought 20 centimeters is like just under 8 inches.
Yeah. Wait.
See, that's why we don't use your system.
Okay, how much is a metric foot?
I'm so confused right now, guys. I'm so
confused. I think Shawn converted the opposite way.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Listen, it feels like 2 feet because really it's almost it's like it was 2 months ago outside. So,
oh, your back is telling you how much you had to shovel and.
Oh no, I put the shovels away beginning of April. I'm not taking them out again. It'll melt.
Oh, okay. I growing up in Southern California, I had to walk to school uphill both ways in the
sunshine.
But not in the snow. See, I can say I did that in the snow when it was minus 40.
Oh, barefoot on hot pavement. It was cruel and unusual.
On his way to the beach. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. See, my school was still in a building.
Hey guys, let's give a shout out to some folks that are watching right now. We got Laura Wright out in Utah. Laura, what's the weather like out in Utah? Lisa, love you, Lisa. Good to see you.
We know what the weather's like in North Dakota.
I think you got dumped on, didn't you? Becca, Rose, good to see you again, of course. And it looked like you guys were having some sunny weather over in the UK today, maybe. well, in certain areas. And Joe Baber, Arizona, of course. Beautiful hot weather down there. It'll be 97 next week. I will be in Arizona May 6th for a show. So Prescott, Arizona. Guys, and also, I call Shawn, producer Shawn, but he's also a fabulous hypnotist. He's a comedy stage hypnotist and a hypnotherapist. And he has a show coming up. When is that, Brian or Shawn?
See, my brother's name is Brian, and everybody does get us mixed up, on occasion. So I may answer to Brian once or twice yet tonight.
Your brother sounds like he's a good-looking guy.
I
like him already.
Well, okay, I'll give him that. He's got the better curly hair. That doesn't make him better looking. I don't know, Jim. What do you think?
Oh, I say heck no. I think
there you go.
It's only certain men that can have no hair and still look good like we do. So
yeah. For those of you that are going to be in the area, my show is in Regina, Saskatchewan, which is our capital city. It is June 23rd and starts at 8 p.m. Saskatchewan time because we have our own time zone, just like Arizona.
Nice. Funny, someone recently.
Me. What did they say? They said, I was asking about a time, and it was in the UK, and they said something like 3 p.m. U.S. time. Like, U.S. time?
Yeah, which one?
Like 7. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we got a lot of time zones. All right, guys, it is time to bring on our guest. Now, I've known our coming up guest for quite a few years now. Really quite a long time. He's doing a lot of work in the hypnosis industry. I want to talk to him about a new product he has available. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but it looks amazing. This guy's kind of a technical whiz, and so we're really excited to have a chat with him. He says in his description, he's a guy that gets stuff done. I changed that for you, Scott, to be more family friendly. Scott King, welcome to the show.
No,
Scott,
you had me on. You had me on mute. You had me on mute, so you couldn't hear me.
Oh,
well,
that'll
I
teach
got
you.
it.
All right,
I got it.
So,
yeah, so I learned
Scott,
a long
welcome to the
time
show.
ago. I was in the back room listening to y'all. I learned a long time ago. You don't start playing who has the worst weather with Shawn, because Shawn's going to win, period. That's what happens when you're next door neighbors with Santa Claus.
It's true. It's true. The Canadians, a hardy people for sure. All right. Shawn, we're going to send you to the background so you can take care of the important business of running things, but we're going to bring you back. So if you have any questions, write those down, get ready with them. And we're going to send you off to the tech dungeon. All right. Hey, it's just us three. Let's talk about Shawn now. He can't hear a word we're saying. He's in a soundproof booth, as far as you know. Scott, tell the folks about you.
Tell the folks about me. I'm a hypnotist. My former life / still kind of hanging on as a web designer and computer programmer, and I played around with hypnosis for about 2 decades. About 6-7 years ago, one of my clients, a hypnotist, was like, "Why are you not doing hypnosis? You're better at this than most of the hypnotists I know. Why are you just a hobbyist?" And I was like, "That's a really good question. I should probably be making money with it still." So I started doing stuff, and one thing led to another, and now I'm kind of stuck between 2 worlds, partially doing web design still for a few very select clients, and mostly doing hypnosis and content creation and making products and stuff, and liking it a whole lot better than the web design, to be honest. Hypnosis clients are much better than web design clients.
Oh, are they?
Yes. Yes.
Well, and hey, if you're out there, if you're a hypnotist, as I always say, if you're a hypnotist, if you're an entrepreneur, any kind, look, this is sharing is caring. Please feel free to drop your links to your website down below, your Etsy store, your whatever you got going on. We're happy to share the love. And if you're a hypnotist, you want to come on the show, let me know. But hey, I have a big ask right now. Please, will you take 1 minute? Please take 1 minute and just give this a like, a share. A share would be awesome, really. and of course, subscribe. So that means I'm talking to you, Laura Wright. I'm talking to you, Becca Rose, and you, Joe. Please just go share this real quick. Share it, and then you can delete it tomorrow or something, but it helps the algorithm, helps us get found. We're trying to boost the numbers on this because we have awesome guests like Scott. If you're a hypnotist, you may be familiar with the HypnoThoughts Live website. And if you've seen that website, I can tell you that the man behind that website is Brian. No, it's Scott King. Scott King did a fantastic job on that website. It's beautiful, really. It's just great.
Well, thank you. Can't take 100% of the credit, but I definitely gave birth to Scott's ideas. Scott Sandman, not myself. Just to be
Scott
clear,
Sandman.
I'm not talking about myself in the third person.
Right.
So am I going to be
You
premature and talk about your new your new platform, Jim? It's called Only Gyms.
Only Gyms.
Aren't you always premature, Brian? No. So Only Gyms.
Well played. I'll give you that.
Well, you jumped right into that one, didn't you? And of course, by premature, I mean asking,
a brick wall.
Asking questions prematurely, of course, is what I meant. I don't know what the listeners got from that. This is a family-friendly show, of course. Scott, you have so you've been working with clients. I know you've got a stop smoking site. You're really you seem really kind of committed to the smokers and helping them get free of that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's I'd say 90% of the people I work with are smokers.
Yeah, 90%. Fantastic.
Yeah, I prefer to work with smokers. Some of the other things that other hypnotists work with, I'm like, yeah, y'all have fun with that. Smokers are easy. I like the binary.
You should have them sign up or establish a future former smokers program.
Future former smokers program.
Yeah.
Brian always has lots of great ideas.
He has lots of ideas.
He does have lots.
Let's keep it broad for him here. I'm going to take the wins where I can get them.
No need to label them. They're just their ideas, and that's what's important. So Scott, you're working with a hypnosis. You have a hypnotist as a client for your web business. And now, had you been playing? You said you've been playing with hypnosis before you got into it. So tell us more about that.
I've been doing recreational stuff for probably since the mid 2000s. Since the mid, what do we call them? The aughts, the zeros, since 2004, 2006, somewhere in there. I started with I had some NLP based sales training, and that kind of led me down a rabbit hole. And I started playing around with hypnosis, and doing the party tricks at having people do the human tricks at parties and stuff, and really enjoyed that, and went from there. Just got really fascinated by hypnosis and just kept studying it and trying things out and playing around, and as they say, the rest is history, man.
Awesome. I do want everybody to know that we are going to be doing some hypnosis later on in the show. Scott has agreed to do some fun with hypnosis. We don't get a lot of our hypnotists choose to go the more therapeutic route. So I'm really excited. We're going to have some fun with hypnosis. We did last week too with Benito. So tell us about this transition from the person says, hey, you should be doing this stuff, and then you start doing it. You read a book, you went to some training. You channeled Milton Erickson.
I was already pretty trained. It was just a matter of putting together a website, which I happen to be pretty good at, and putting it out there, and waiting for the money to roll in, which of course it never does. So you go and you market, and it used to happen that way. I remember building websites back in 2003, 2004, when the internet was new, and it really did. You just built it and they did come, but they don't have no more.
Wow.
So I had to learn the marketing and everything. Yeah.
Do you think that's one of the biggest mistakes that we make as entrepreneurs, really? But I see this with a lot of hypnotists, is we feel like if you build it, they will come, and it's like no, you got to market. You got to let people know.
Yeah, you
out
really
there.
kind of got to beat people over the head with it for them to find it. You know, you really got to be consistent with your marketing. It's more important than pretty much anything else in business. You know, like I always said, I've had a few different businesses throughout the years, and I've always said, if you just take care of prospecting, everything else will take care of itself.
The wonderful world of search engine optimization and social media.
And social media. Yeah. Well, that is such a, it looks like we've got a couple of comments. Laura says, I got you. I hope that means either she's joining the only gyms or she's sharing the stream. Either way, I'm happy. Either way, I am happy.
Well, I mean, you are a fitness model. It only stands to reason that you would have the only gyms.
I mean, really, it's been long overdue.
When are you going to have the TikToks of you getting annoyed about women, you know, staring at you in the gym and, you know, looking at you like a piece of meat and stuff like that? Tell them that, hey, my eyes are up here.
Hey, they won't be looking at Jim like a piece of meat. They'll be looking at him like a piece of pineapple on pizza.
Or bacon.
Hey, thanks for the heads up on the microphone, Brian. My microphone sounded weird for a bit. It switched over. So Scott, and actually I want to talk a little bit about microphones too. What are you using, Scott?
I actually used it's a BM800. It's about the cheapest condenser microphone you can get, and a really good soundboard. And yeah, it's actually I can show you. Nice shiny silver looking thing.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
The whole kit. It's really expensive. Oh, and the magical pencil. If you want, I can tell you about the magical pencil in the microphone later.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about the magical microphone or magical pencil.
You got to have the magical pencil. I learned that trick recently.
Sounds like he's John Wicking the microphone right now.
Yeah,
with a pencil.
Doing some MacGyver stuff. What are you doing with the pencil? Tell me. Should I show you the pencil? Looks like a golf pencil.
It is a golf pencil. It is a golf pencil. So I found out I had a buddy who was having trouble with the sound. He had a lot of plosives. And if you take the pencil and you stick it right in the center of the microphone where the condenser is, and then you slide your windsock back on, it splits the air and you get rid of your plosives.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Tons of little tricks. And I learned that one. And I'm like, yes. I actually did it for he was having trouble with his sibilants, his S's. His normal speaking voice, it just had really grating S's on a recording. So I was looking all over trying to find every trick I could to help him out, and found that one. And I was like, this is the stupidest thing in the world that works incredibly well.
If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
Stupid. Yep.
That's right. Hey, if you want to follow Brian Bay, he drives a Toyota. No, I'm kidding. He's there's his Facebook page. Go follow him on there, and go check out Shawn Kostiuk. Oh, he's got a link tree now. Fantastic. Go check out Shawn if you need some hypnosis shows up there in the deep
Great White North.
Deep North. And he's also a. Oh yes, you know what? We haven't done anything with the Performing Hypnosis Summit lately, but that's still a great place. So Laura writes, says, y'all have it tough. People are skeptical as well. I don't know what that's referring to. Probably, is that referring to hypnosis in general, Laura?
I think that was the marketing. I saw it.
Marketing. You know what? That's such a great point. Thank you, Laura. Are you a hypnotist, Laura? Let us know. Let us know if you're a hypnotist. You know, that's a great point, Scott. How do you overcome that skepticism when you're dealing with clients?
You know, just putting lots of content out. I don't really worry about skeptical clients because they don't usually show up to me. If they're skeptical, by the time they get to a hypnotist, they're, you know, as they say, the reason they call it hypnotist is because witch doctors aren't listed in the phone book. We tend to be the therapy of last resort if you call it therapy in your state. If you don't, that's fine too. But yeah, it's you know, I don't really find too much trouble with skeptics in hypnosis because they just get weeded out before they actually get to my screen. Most of my clients are on Zoom, so
I would say just about the same for me. I'm just going to take a quick picture of this because we need to capture this, that Jim is sexy. That's so true. We want to make sure everybody, we got proof now. Proof, people. So I will be setting that up. So Laura is a hypnotist. Oh, not a hypnotist. Found Jim's page. Then Brian, I find y'all extremely interesting. Well, you're so spot on. Brian, what do you do? Because I know you run into some skeptics too. I know you do. So Brian is he's a kind of a hobbyist, but he also, any minute now, he's going to start doing shows. I know that we're going to be doing some street hypnosis here in the next couple of months here in the Northwest. It'll be time for that. Brian, tell us about how you handle skeptics.
It kind of depends on the situation and what problem I'm being asked to solve. Right now with the personal injury stuff, I was watching a video, it was quite some time ago, and it was Chris Voss. He's a former FBI hostage negotiator.
Oh yeah.
He's got the Black Swan group now, and he teaches negotiations and stuff like that. And he tells a story about he got called to the Philippines or something like that, and he goes in there and he's like, okay, so here's my resume and here's all the stuff and here's how star-spangled awesome I am. And everybody was like, yeah, we don't care, get out. And then he goes and he gets called. I guess there was a kidnapping in Haiti, and it was the son of, I think, a school teacher for Department of Defense. So there was diplomatic relations, and so he was expecting this guy to be like, hey, we're gonna call the FBI. And the guy's like, I'm in Haiti, my son's kidnapped here, you're in Washington DC, what are you gonna do for me? And he basically breaks it down. He's like, I've got about 4 seconds before this guy hangs up on me. And he says, it's Tuesday, and Haitians love to party on Saturday night. If you do what I tell you, we should have your son home by Friday. And the answer that he got was, okay, tell me what you want me to do. He immediately got the buy-in. The guy didn't care about his resume. He cared about, what are you going to do to solve my problem? So, more commonly with a personal injury, I will ask people, what happened? What are kind of the specifics? And then I go, okay, you're probably going to get a phone call from somebody. They're going to offer you some money right up front. It's going to be a tenth of a penny on the dollar of what your case is probably worth if you do what I tell you to do. And there's going to become a point in time where you're going to get sick and tired of it. And it's like you set the expectation. They're like, okay, cool. You know what you're talking about. And then when I get some results, I'll share them, especially some different Facebook groups that I'm in. And then all of a sudden instant messages start popping up. Hey, I got a question for me. And kind of your adage that you're always saying is, if I help solve somebody's problem and I get them success, that means I was successful at what I was doing. And the people who are skeptical, I'm like, you're the one who reached out to me. I can help you. And if you don't think that I'm competent or capable, that's fine. I'll get back to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But it's the folks that sit there and think about it guys, ladies, you've got the ultra clingy boyfriend or girlfriend that's like, please be special to me. You're just like, God, this is exhausting. Don't be exhausting to your potential clients. Be a value add to them, not an energy suck.
Yeah, I would. So for those of you who don't know, Brian works with attorneys in personal injury. So if you have any kind of personal injury, hit him up. But I would agree with what and so what I always tell people, and it was funny because you pointed it out to me, Brian. I kind of said it before, and you pointed it out to me a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, that's my company slogan now. Your success is my success, because I really do feel like that. And I think probably anybody that's good in their business is probably the way they look at things. That we're not successful if our clients, our customers aren't successful, aren't happy. But I'm kind of with Scott. I don't get a whole lot of skeptical people anymore, because by the time they get to me, they've watched some of my videos, they've read some of my blogs, they've maybe seen me on social media. And I think that's one of the important things about getting content out there, because you can kind of weed them out. And frankly, I don't waste my time with the skeptical people. If I get on a phone call with somebody and they go, well, is hypnosis real? And I go, oh, you know what? I'm going to have to go. I don't think we're going to be a good fit, but I know somebody, and I'll give him Bob Faith's phone number. So my friend in Arizona. He's much more patient than I am.
Kind of on that note, I mean, some people are genuinely curious. They're like, help me understand what I'm getting into. And if they're asking the right questions, and I say the right questions, like where they're seeking to understand, that's buy-in. If they're asking questions for how can I have a gotcha moment where I can go and ask for my money back, then you don't even want to waste your time.
You can tell in the tone of their voice usually which one of those two they are. It's really easy to read that and be like, no, you can just move on. But actually, the way that I set up my client acquisition, I don't see my clients until we're on call to do the work. It's all automated. They watch videos, and I can see if they've done the steps that they're supposed to do before they get to me with a session. And so that's the best way to do it. I do have one site up still that's people can call me from, but I prefer to just have them go through the steps, and I can see they're doing the things that they need to do to be ready for the session. And if they're doing those things, then we're going to have a good session. Simple as that.
Yeah, getting the buy-in, and what you said was so important too, and I would agree with that. It's the tone. If somebody's just really curious, like, I don't understand this. Can you tell me how does this work or something like that? But if there's, and it's hard to explain to you, but Scott knows what I'm talking about. When you get that tone of voice, it's like, no, I'm not going to waste my time. You need to go do some research and come back. Because it's funny, I was just in an NLP training last week, and they pointed out that of all these alternative modalities are out there, and it's so funny, all the alternative modalities are the modalities that have been around long before Western, medicine and doctors and everything. But anyway, so of all of the alternative therapies out there, the hypnosis is the one that's been studied the most and been proven. So it's so funny that we're still kind of in that place. Scott, what is your website?
So I have several websites, but I think the one you're asking about is No Smoke for Life. That's no-smoke, 4life.com.
Scott, can you pop that in the private chat for me, and then I will either Shawn or I will copy and paste that.
Yeah. Thank you.
But while you're doing that, I wanted to kind of quickly circle back. A good friend of mine, and I'm a shameless plug this, Brent Arnold from, he's a wealth manager he owns Templar Financial. And everybody out there listening, like me, can relate to a time where you were trying to help somebody and you were just pulling your hair out going, why am I not good enough to listen to? Why don't they want to listen to me? Or, it's so painfully obvious. And I remember Brent looked at me, kind of shrugged his shoulders and went, hey man, you can only help the willing.
Absolutely agree with that. When it kind of goes back to the whole, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear, or I like to put it, Jim said we're family friendly, but I'm not the asshole whisperer, plain as that.
So sometimes dealing with insurance adjusters, I have to be.
Yeah.
Kostiuk, bleep him. No, it's so true, and especially when you get those people on that, they're just kind of, they want you to prove it to them. And I'm like, in fact, you probably get these too. I've gotten messages on social media that'll say like, I bet you can't hypnotize me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. What do I care?
Yep.
Laura, thank you so much for the kind comments for Brian there. Love that. So, Scott, you have I want to go back to the microphones, because I had and the reason I want to talk about microphones today, because I know we have a lot of hypnotists and other entrepreneurs watching. So I just wanted to talk about, one of the things that people will put up with the least is bad audio. We'll suffer through grainy video if we want to, but boy, if we're having trouble hearing something, it's like click off. And I actually, so I use the Blue Yeti. That's my standard microphone here. I don't really, it's tough to travel with. And, it's heavy. I recently, based on Grant Saunders, actually, recommended these to me. The Rode mics, Rode Go. They're tiny. This is like what all of us influencers now are using. Now I see a lot of people using these, although they're all doing this thing. They're doing this drives me crazy.
Where they clip it on there.
And it just looks ugly. I don't know. So I spent the extra $80, guys, and I got the actual thing. There's a purpose to this. I'm getting to it. Hold on.
Your microphone is actually like doing the ASMR. As you unzip everything, it's doing the Velcro.
Yeah, exactly. Start doing some ASMR. I still don't get the ASMR. Scott does.
This is a family show, Jim.
How dare you?
That's the tricky thing about a good mic is you really got to have your settings dialed in, because a good mic will pick up every little noise.
Yeah.
So you
So
really
this
got to
one-
have your space dialed in.
As we experienced earlier.
And so you got to kind of pin it on. You can kind of pin it on. I think it just looks better. And the reason I bring it up, because I was we did a meeting for the local National Guild of Hypnotists here in Seattle, for which I am the president. You don't have to salute me, but you can. And Anna Margalina, a good friend of mine, I think, Brian, you know Anna. I don't know if
Russian
You know
Anna.
yes.
Yeah.
Russian.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
of course.
Okay. Yeah.
Russian Anna. That's her nickname, Russian Anna.
You said her last name, and I was like, okay, like just so quick, and I've seen it like spelled out, but I've always just known her as Anna. So,
Gotcha.
Dr.
Gotcha.
Anna.
Dr. Anna Margalina, yes. And so we did a talk there, and we recorded the talk on 2 devices. So we were using my iPhone for one that I was streaming, and then somebody else in the organization was streaming from their phone, just their regular phone. And the audio, because I hooked Anna up with my new Rode mics. I got the Rode Go too, because I got 2 of them, and so that I could. It comes with like a receiver and then 2 mics. So in case I'm hanging out with somebody, I don't usually, but and so Anna, so I hooked her up with the microphones. So Anna gets a hold of me like 3 days later. She goes, I was watching the one that the NGH put up, and then I listened to yours, and the audio is so much better. Will you please send me a copy of that one? It makes such a difference. And so if you're an entrepreneur out there, you're a hypnotist, I'm not saying you got to get the Rhodes, but get something good, something decent, because it's just doing it from your phone, which is like 10 feet away, is just not going to be good. And then of course for the podcast,
or just any professional that communicates,
right,
on a video platform and audio, long distance.
And this is the thing so Grant Saunders has really opened my eyes to the need to kind of up our game when it comes to this stuff. Now, Scott has been using the back screen for a long time, but I wasn't. Because everybody is leveling up their audio, their video and everything, it's like to keep up, to compete, you got to keep doing that. And if you see one of Grant's live streams, it looks fantastic. So it really stands out. So I just think it's important for my sometimes it clicks over. You'll see my AirPod in for this. I'm just using it for the microphone part or the headphone part. So we got some comments to catch up on here. Can you share what Laura had asked you about? Was it about hypnosis, Brian, or should we not? Was it about the only gyms?
Not exactly.
Okay. All right. We'll let you handle that.
There were some decent questions. A couple caught me off guard a little bit, but I've had some pretty solid conversations. I mean, it's been a handful of them, but they've been good.
Cool. It's funny. Actually, when I first saw her comment, I thought she was talking to me, and I'm like, I don't remember having any kind of a conversation.
Oh no!
And then I was like, oh no, it's Brian. Okay, thank goodness.
I'll tell you the story offline. It's actually quite hilarious the way that I would explain it. But yeah, it's definitely good people.
Well, hold on here, Brian. Now look at what Becca says. Becca, same thing literally happened to me. Haha. I found Jim's page and watched him, and then came across Brian and hit him up too. Look at Brian, just secondhand fame right there, just stealing all of my groupies and fans away. What, I get now how Jeff Foxworthy felt about when he invited Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah, that's what happens.
I was going for Ron White, but that's all right. That's, I'm probably more Bill Engvall myself, but
Scott, do you? Yeah, I can see that. Here's your sign. Scott, do you still do the ASMR videos? You were doing some ASMR, weren't you?
I have done some ASMR videos, absolutely. I don't really do them often, mostly because YouTube is finicky about whether or not they're going to monetize those at any point. So,
I'm sorry, I missed that part. They're monetizing which ones?
The ASMR videos. They recently had an update to their terms that it was really vague, and it basically said you can't monetize anything that is too suggestive, but it didn't exactly go into detail as to what that meant. And a lot of ASMR videos are definitely suggestive.
I see. Okay.
They'll have like the dude that goes to all different countries and like goes and gets his hair cut or his face shaved, or they're like shining shoes, and then all of a sudden like it just pops into a commercial, and that would definitely throw some things off. But
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Brian. What's that?
The ASMR videos.
Oh,
where they'll have like the guy will be like using the brush on to like put the hot lather, and then they'll have like the shaving thing, and they'll get the sound, or like chiropractor videos where they're not talking it or anything, just getting the crunches and cracks, and then all of a sudden it just pops into a commercial and like something super high energy and just kind of completely takes you out of that relaxation.
Yeah, so gotcha. Shawn dropped a nice clean link in there because I'm better than you are, Jim, for the mic that I use from Amazon.
Good deal.
The lapel mic I use, it's wireless. I dropped in the what do you call it? The phone you use, the iPhone. Yeah, that thing. I dropped in that link because I know you like those. But any of those that are like that will be fine. I prefer the Android, of course, because that's way better and everybody knows it.
Weirdos. I mean, they're really great for people that can't get an iPhone. I mean, it's great. I used to be like you.
Exactly.
Then my dad got a job, and everything was good. Becca says, I reckon Brian needs to make an Only Brian's.
Becca, you far overestimate me. But I wish y'all would respect me for my mind. See how dumb that sounds, girls?
We're trying, brother. We're trying, brother. We're trying. Do you? Sue, we've posted a few links there for different ones. I put the Rhodes Go, that there's the 3-pack and the 2-pack, whichever you need. If it's just you, then just doing the 2-pack. So you just have the receiver and the broadcaster, and then you got somebody else you want to broadcast.
I'm just going to throw this out there, and either of the Scotts back me up on this.
Yeah.
Affiliate links.
You know what?
Yeah, mine definitely is. Mine's definitely an affiliate link. That's a paid link. This is your disclaimer. So,
and I could have done that, and I didn't want to take the time to do it, so I didn't. So I need to show my Amazon login information next time. He can run and grab the link, Kostiuk. No. So let's get on with the microphones. If you have any question about microphones, hit up Scott too. I mean, really, I think he's much more adept with the microphones because he's got a new program coming out. But before we talk about that new program, he's got another new program he's just launched, and super exciting, using tech and probably some AI and witchcraft and everything. Scott, can you tell us about the new program that you have? This is really going to be something that hypnotists would really like, right?
It's really funny that you mentioned witchcraft because Lisa did in fact help me do some of it. So yeah. Now there was a lot of late nights doing programming and everything, but it's a hypnosis script engine, and it'll generate over 1 billion unique script combinations. So if you're a hypnotist and you're ever going, oh no, my client just canceled, but you can't really do much productive because you've got another client in another hour and a half. Well, you can hop on there. You can actually randomly generate a script and then pop it into the teleprompter and pop open your Audacity or whatever audio recording system you use, and you're ready to go. Just hit start scroll on the teleprompter, adjust it to the speed you want, and start recording. It's real fast.
That is really cool because I know people, so instead of having to go and thumb through all of these script books that are out there, and I mean, probably costs less to just get the Hypnosis script engine. And what a great name, by the way. What a great name. And billions of different options. That's cool. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That must have taken a lot of time. Do you have a link for that? Can you drop a link down?
It did take a lot of time. Yes, I can grab a link for it. Give me just a minute.
Okay, let me catch up. Let me catch up with the comments here. See what people are saying about the Brian's only Brian's. So grab the 3-pack. So Laura, apologies if this isn't appropriate time, but my conversation with Brian was funny. But to be hypnotized, does an individual need to be extremely susceptible? Well, for questions like that, we always defer first to our Hypnosis Hero. And so I forgot that in the intro. So we call this Hypnosis Hero. We named it after my app, Brian. That was his idea. He's such a genius, a man of many talents, which you can get over in the Android store. Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, I was trying to respond. I've got, for whatever reason, my ability to respond to comments on here isn't working, but I have other, back channel capabilities. So I just pop Shawn a message on that. But yeah, I think I was basically quick answer is if you can relax and follow directions, you have a pretty high likelihood that you're going to have success.
Absolutely. And you know what, Laura, you're going to get a chance to give that a try shortly. Brian's ability to post is not, sorry, I don't always go and read the chats. Let me open this up. See if that makes a difference, Brian.
I don't think you're talking about not being able to post in the live chat.
Yeah,
I can't either. I wasn't sure why, but I sent the link to the script engine into the private chat. So
okay, Shawn
Shawn can work his magic. Yeah.
Yes. And I got to tell you, you know what, guys? Give a round of applause for Shawn. I mean, really, it really takes a lot of pressure off me and Brian for Shawn to be able to jump in and help with that, help people connect. And that reminds me, Laura, you're going to get a chance. Scott is going to lead us in some fun with hypnosis here shortly. We'll probably start that in 15, 20, 30 minutes, something like that. And you'll get a chance to try it. Now, if you would like to join us, if you want to hop on, and by join us, I mean actually jump on the screen, which makes it easier for us. It really does. It's a little bit tough to work our magic with our imagination. We can't see you, but we'll do it. But if you really want to have a fun experience, jump on the screen with us. I'm going to pop that link down here on with us. Now, if you're watching later or listening, of course, this is going to go out to Spotify and everything. So if you're listening or watching later, we do this show most Friday nights, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And it is based on the Hypnosis Hero app, and which is available in the Android store. Becca and everybody else with an Apple device, I am sorry. I'm still hoping to get that done sometime soon. They're a lot more complicated, of course, and more expensive. They cost more to put it in the Apple store. But I assure you, I am working on it.
Just one more reason to love Android, Jim. Just one more reason.
You know what? I got to tell you, the other great thing about Android that I miss is like most all the apps are free or super cheap. Apple ones, man, they all want money from you, and they're more expensive too. And but they oftentimes do come out before Android apps, so that's good. Mine's the opposite. It's a more complicated process. So yes, we've got. Oh, you know what? I didn't. You know what? Shawn jumped in there and put the link to jump in with us. I didn't even have to put one in there.
Yeah.
So thank you, Shawn. That's what's so great about having a producer. He's also filled in on Hypno News, Android for Life. I'm outnumbered here. Shawn, what do you got? Hold on, real quick. Hold on, let's find out. Shawn
has a couple of moose antlers that he rubs together and an abacus. wait, so it's a couple of elk antlers and a string.
Yeah, no, tin cans. We use tin cans and string because it doesn't snap as much in the cold. No, actually, I have 2 iPhones. My school division gave me an iPhone, and I've got my iPhone, which is slightly better at doing recording and TikTok and all that good stuff. So,
are they tin cans or aluminium? Is how you guys say it up there?
You know what? I have friends from South Africa that swear up and down it's aluminium. We call it aluminum.
Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it, as long as it wraps the food nicely when you got it on the barbecue, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, we've got another apple for the win. That's right. All right, bye, Shawn. Go back to the dungeon. Thank you.
Another apple for the win. I thought I smelled something. I was about to blame the dog, but
guys, I got an Android. I got an iPhone. I don't remember which one. I think it was the 6 or something. And I damn near cried. I was so upset with it. I hated that phone. I went home and I couldn't do any of the stuff that I used to do. And I actually teach people. At the time, I was actually teaching classes on how to use Android and Apple to seniors at a senior center. So I knew how to use it. So that wasn't it. I just hated it. And it was so small, I couldn't see it when I drive. I couldn't see it. I went back and said, I don't care what it costs. I want an Android. I want an Android back. And I did that. But then my wife, well, I got married and she's an iPhone person. And so she insisted. She gave me her old iPhone. I said, well, I'll try it. And actually I started liking it. So there you go.
That's how they get you, Jim. That's how they get you.
Exactly. So if I was,
ladies and gentlemen, this is Jim's silent cry for help. Jim, just start blinking SOS.
Hold on. Do I do this? Is that what do I do this? Please, I'm not making fun of that, by the way. If anybody saw me do that, that's a legitimate thing you should do. It was a joke. Hey, if you're listening to the show, please subscribe, listen, and do all that stuff. Share it and everything.
It's almost like the people
Lisa,
who are
of
listening
course,
probably are like tuning in for like some hypnosis stuff. We're just
we're just goofing off tonight.
Yeah, goofing off about technology and everything but hypnosis. But
exactly. We're going to get back to hypnosis in just a moment. Before we do, though, Scott, you got a brand new program that's going to be coming out because you're teaching about this. I'm excited about this one. You're going to help people, and that's why I wanted to ask you about sound, because it's actually helping hypnotists to make recordings, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you, I can drop a link straight to that, but really it's designed to work in conjunction with the script engine. And if you go through the script engine site and you sign up for the script engine, then you'll get an offer to sign up for the Hypnosis Content Academy. And it's really to help hypnotists make hypnotic content.
Great.
You know, to help them learn how to do audio and video editing and play with things like ChatGPT and marketing and all kinds of stuff in there. How to make subliminal audios, how to make perfect loops.
Excellent. You've been spending a lot of time on that, Scott. You put a lot of work into that. Fantastic. Looking forward to taking a look at that. And last time you sent me a picture or something, and it showed you how to use some moving blankets so if people don't have a recording studio, they can make it a nice space for them to get good audio.
Yeah, absolutely. I've also got a set of plans. I need to get that done. I've got all the pictures and everything taken. I just need to get the words put together and the video put together so that have a complete set of plans to make a portable sound booth, basically something you can stick in a corner of a room and you can record audios in it.
Fantastic. And I got to tell you, the boy, if you're not making audios, you're leaving money on the table, and you're also you're not taking advantage of this really great content choice to give to people that would love to listen to it. If you go look up like Michael Seeley or John Moyer over on YouTube, they're getting thousands of hits on their audio stuff. I mean, they're raking in the money just by putting up a simple audio with some cool video, and they're reaching a lot of people. A lot of people are learning about hypnosis, consuming hypnosis, because they're putting that stuff out there. So go for it. So we got a couple of links there. Shawn's going to scare those. Yeah, you were, Brian. You were on the same one, Brian, but we're talking about permissions here. We're giving him permission. I don't know why you don't have the same capability that Shawn does. So, Scott, tell us about if people did come to you and they say, hey, Scott, be honest with me. Does hypnosis really work? What would you say to them?
Well, of course it works. Of course it works. People are hypnotized all the time. You're probably hypnotized right now. You don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd borrow a line from Shawn. How do you know you're not hypnotized? How do you know you're not
True.
hypnotized right now?
How do you know?
But no, I mean, I do have some skeptics sometimes when I'm out doing stuff recreationally. I'm at a party or whatever. People want to know if hypnosis really works. And the easiest thing to do is just hypnotize somebody.
Yeah. Good.
It becomes pretty obvious then that, oh yeah, no, it probably works.
Yeah.
You have people doing the human tricks, like they don't really question, does this work?
Yeah. It's so funny too, because I'll get clients sometimes, and they'll say, "Oh, look, Sue Marshall, she wants that class. She said it sounds awesome. We'll make sure, Shawn, will you get those links for Scott's classes down there, his courses?" Yeah, they do sound great. This is the thing that I sometimes get, they'll say, well, I went to a hypnotist once, or I listened to an audio once, or blah, 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 but I don't think I was hypnotized. And I go, and they'll say like, I didn't feel hypnotized. And I say, well, how does it feel to be hypnotized? And they go, I don't know. And so it's like, people have this expectation. And what's been your experience with that, with Brian, with people maybe not feeling like they were hypnotized?
That's one of the most common things I get. On the times that, this is going to sound completely harsh, like that I care to ask or have time to ask, is I'll say like, hey, what was it like for you? And the three common ones were, I was floating on a cloud. I don't remember anything that you said, or I was conscious of and cognizant of everything that was around me. I could hear everything that you said. I remember you talking, but I don't remember any of it. So, but I don't think I've ever had anybody have a not a positive experience or a negative experience. Yeah.
And actually, this is not mine. This is somebody told me. I heard somebody say this one time, and they said it was perfect. If you start your pre-talk with, my clients, my subjects, they usually have one of three experiences. They either tell me afterwards, clients or subjects will say, I heard everything that you were saying, so I don't think I was hypnotized. Or they say, I didn't hear anything you said, so I don't think I was hypnotized. And it's so funny that, either one of those kind of cancels the other one out, and so what I typically tell them is, you're going to have one of three experiences. You may hear everything I say. You may not hear anything I say. And some people will kind of fade in and out. They'll hear some things and they don't hear other things. So it's one of those things where, and I find a lot of times people have this idea that hypnosis works the same way for everybody. But what in life works the same for everybody? Nothing does. So some really will have different experiences. I've had people that feel like completely, they'll be like, oh, boy, I couldn't even move. I was zoned out completely. And then other people are like, no, I heard everything you said, but I just don't smoke anymore. So there is no feeling of hypnosis necessarily.
And Janaya or Janaya, if I butchered it, my apologies. To answer your question, yes, I've seen me do it.
Yeah. That's
Jim,
a very common reaction. I agree.
My first experience with Jim on the phone was, he was like, okay, lay down, make yourself comfortable. And I called him back like 45 minutes later going, dude, I am so sorry. He goes, yeah, I heard you snoring. I'm just G'ing up your recording right now, and I'm going to email it over to you in a minute. And like, it felt like I had been asleep for a week. And, you know, with what was going on at the time, like I absolutely needed it. I think just that in and of itself was more helpful than anything.
Nice. We got some questions here. Have you hypnotized a lot of people, Brian?
Nowhere near as far as Jim or Scott or Shawn,
but a lot, but quite a lot.
But yes,
quite a lot.
One or two. I've done it a couple times.
He's been up on stage with me too, Becca. Do you still have the clip of that, Brian? We should play that sometime.
Let me.
Yeah, I guess I missed that.
Let me root around in the archives and see if I can't find that.
We can always do it next time. Shawn says yes. No one gets stuck in hypnosis. Eventually wake up. Yeah, that's one of the common myths, and it's so funny. We talked about this, I think, last time. A client, Scott, that would say, she'd say, you know, I listen to my hypnosis, but I always tell my husband to wake me up in 30 minutes so I don't get stuck. It's so funny. Ben Patois. I hope I'm saying your name right, Ben. Are you going to be at Heartland, Ben? That's where I met him last year. Him and his wife, Suzanne, very cool people. And, of course, Ben has a fantastic haircut. Ben, you're right. Jim's comedy works the same for everyone in that it does not work. That was self-deprecating humor right there, folks. You're supposed to laugh at that because I'm actually quite brilliant. And, by the way, damn, I'm pretty. Ben, I hope to see you guys at Heartland. He also ran Ben, why don't you drop a link down to your website, or if you're doing that speaker training again, he did a really cool looking training for speakers, people that want to speak better. So Joe, I got Scott's Script Engine and Sound Academy course, and they're awesome. Fantastic. Not only did he put a lot of work into it, he came up with super useful tool. Hold on. And a great course. You won't be disappointed. Fantastic. Well done, Scott.
Thanks,
Joe.
For
your contributions to the industry. Becca, it doesn't feel like anything magical. It's just super relaxing and kind of feels closest to sleep, and I forget what's going on around. Great.
Among other things.
Oh, Becca has seen that clip. Okay, great. And then
which clip is she talking about?
Your only Brian's. All right.
I'm trying to find it. If I find it, I will post a link.
So, Scott, what else do you want to talk about before we get into the hypnosis?
I'm good, Jim. I hope people do find the script engine useful as I do. It was really born out of me wanting to be able to make audios faster myself. And so that whole process led me down the way. And then people kept asking me, you know, the way the Content Academy came together is people came, hey, can we get on the Zoom and you show me how to do X, Y, Z and Audacity? And they kept asking, and I'm finally like, all right, I'm just going to make a course because it'll just be simpler, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Right. Hey, Shawn, I don't know if you can find this or not, but could you run over to Scott King's
he just dropped it in the chat.
Oh, but actually, I'm wondering if you can go over to your YouTube and find your Twisted Tea. I would love to show that if we could.
You know what? I think I unpublished that. I can go make sure it's available. Yeah. Are you wanting to play it in here?
I would love to. If you want to play that, it is absolutely hilarious. And it won't be as funny as it was at the time, just because it was very topical, but it is still hilarious. And I just saw the original clip the other day on TikTok, and it was reminded me of yours, and it cracked me up. I love it.
And Jim, I did find that clip.
Oh, you
So
did?
I'll
Twisted Tea?
I'll post the link.
Oh, the other one. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do a share screen or do can I give you permission to do that?
I was just gonna there we go. It should pop up here in just a second.
Okay.
It's one of the
We're gonna show a clip of Brian doing a clip of him doing some hypnosis. Let me
Actually, I
see,
think people
Brian,
can-
if I can. Yeah, you guys can go run and look at that if you'd like. Brian, can you? I can't. It's not clickable for me. I can't click it for some reason.
If
Otherwise, I would share. Can you put it in the private link? Maybe in the private, and then I can maybe. Yeah, if you put it in the private, I can do that. Hey, folks, stick around. We're going to do hypnosis. We're going to do some fun with hypnosis. Scott, what are your favorite kind of fun with hypnosis skits to do?
I like to do body sensations, tickling or itching, because I think that they're really good convincers. If your nose just happens to start itching because I gave you the suggestion that it was going to start to itch in a moment, when that starts to happen, it's really hard to go, oh, that's not real.
Right. All right, Brian, how long is the clip? Do you remember?
I just had it. It was.
We'll show a couple minutes of it. Let's just see what we find here. There it is. All right, folks, we're going to share just a quick clip of Brian up on stage.
I know we did the failed field sobriety test. That was started probably like 5 minutes in, maybe. Are you able to get it to work or no? Jim? Am I muted?
Where's the good stuff here?
I can hear you. I can hear you, Brian.
Okay.
So you must not be muted.
Oh, Brian, can you guys, is the video playing? Can you see the video?
No.
No.
We'd probably have to, we'd probably have to do
video.
like some type of a screen share or something.
Can you see it now?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay, hold on, guys. Everybody, I'm still trying here. Share screen, Chrome tab. Before that, sorry guys, I thought we could share clips. I'm not able to. Go check it out. Go look at the link later, everybody. It's going to crack you up.
It looked like you got it there for a second.
Oh, did I? Ah, shoot.
Yeah, it blinked into place where Brian was, and then disappeared.
All right.
We'll play with this. It'll give everybody a reason to tune in.
Gotta love the technical difficulties.
Yeah,
we're not professionals. We're semi-pro.
Yeah,
we're playing. I'm playing AAA ball right now.
I'm still in the really little league. So yeah, we're gonna have that. So go check it out, everybody. Come back and comment next week what you thought about it. It's really funny, Brian. I think it was your first time on stage doing stage hypnosis, right, Brian?
First time on stage, and then I got the one where we were also down at Alki Beach where that dude just flopped, where G-Ray was working with him and he couldn't catch him, and we had to like pick. Fortunately, I was standing right next to him and I was able to grab him. But yeah, that's another good one.
Such a good reminder too. Hypnosis is very powerful, and if you're working with people and you forget how powerful it is, they can go down in an instant, and if you're not paying attention, they can hit the ground, and it won't be pleasant. I know there's some hypnotists out. There's a pretty well-known hypnotist actually that does some inductions where, and I guess claims that the subconscious mind will protect you, but it won't necessarily protect you. You can go down like a sack of potatoes I've seen it happen. So be careful. Just remember, it's powerful. And then Scott will
I've
share
had it
his
happen.
link. Well, you've had it happen? Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot
Had
suspend
no
gravity.
I actually had no intention of hypnotizing someone. I was explaining to them that I had read in Orman McGill's book about the carotid artery induction and found it amusing, which literally is just choke them out on stage where the people in the audience can't see you. It's all good. That's pretty much the carotid artery induction. I was explaining that I had read about it. And go ahead, Brian.
I was going to say, I'm gonna my friend Devin, who's in law enforcement, because they call it the VNR, and I'm going to be like, no, it's the carotid artery induction of compliance.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I was totally just explaining it to somebody, and I said, yeah, so you just take your thumb and press it on the carotid artery like so, and I barely touch, and the moment I touch, she goes down, and it's everything I can do not to get, like total flopper. Had no idea. Everything I could do not to catch her before she hit the ground.
Wow.
Because I was not expecting it, because I was not hypnotizing her. I was just explaining it. You know, but sometimes people go really easy.
But you know how much money you could make marketing that to just like parents? To be like, okay, all you need to do is just like condition your children. Like all I have to do is just touch you in the neck. If you don't like clean your room or brush your teeth, you're just gonna and for that.
I mean, I personally believe that our parents are our worst first hypnotists. So yeah, it might not be the best thing to market. Maybe I should market to parents to be good hypnotists.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Ben. I'm disappointed, but I completely understand if you'd rather go to Australia rather than St. Louis, Missouri. So
yeah, that is some competition.
I want to ask Scott, bring Shawn back on too, and we're going to start doing some hypnosis. So it's unmuting. Shawn, welcome back to the party.
Well, thanks for having me back again.
Your video's not. Oh, there you are. Okay, great. I wanted to ask, any of you, but really, have you guys? So you talked about the carotid artery one, and of course, we understand there's a physiological thing going on there with going on. But what about these other? There's other pressure points which you can hit for hypnosis, and I'm just wondering if because I've heard about them, but I haven't used them. I haven't really explored them much. Are you guys familiar with it all?
Yeah, I've definitely done some. If you're talking about, well, I've done ambiguous touch. Is that how you say it? Ambiguous touch.
Yeah, ambiguous touch.
And that's really, just kind of to distract the mind, make the mind go, what's that? What's going on? But yeah, I've definitely done some physical contact inductions, you call them. But yeah, I don't know about specific pressure points. There's no Vulcan nerve grip, if that's what you're looking for. If I find it, I'll definitely use it.
Shawn's got. Oh yeah. Well, so I was reading this really old hypnosis book. I don't know if you guys, if you guys are familiar with this, but it's called the LibriVox. And with this LibriVox app, you can download all these old books. I've got my Marcus Aurelius and the Art of War and all these. And there's some hypnosis ones, and he talks about these hypnotic pressure points. And I've been catching this guy in France. I think he's in France or Spain, and he's doing something. It's like an actual pressure point. It's like you tap somebody here, but of course it's on video. I mean, I don't know if it's legit or not, or tap some here or something. These different places, and the people just drop. So it's kind of interesting. I wanted to find out if you guys knew anything about that, or if anyone's watching. Also, hey, if you're out there watching and you've got some questions, you got comments, you got concerns, hit us up. We are about 2 minutes from starting hypnosis.
Becca, my favorite induction is probably an expectancy induction. Essentially, you just set up what's going to happen, describe it, and then allow it to happen, and let the person take as much time as they need to make it happen.
Nice.
That's a good one for in person. Online, I often just use an Elman. It's just, take a deep breath, close your eyes. It's super. It's easy. It's simple. I actually like a progressive muscle relaxation myself, so I use them often. Now I don't do the super long, drawn out 45-minute progressive muscle relaxation thing, but I do. You can do a quick progressive muscle relaxation in 6 or 7 minutes. And it is the most studied. It's the most studied, most verified hypnotic induction there is.
Which one is?
The progressive muscle relaxation.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So let's go back to this, Ben. That's a great question. I would love to map those pressure points to the acupuncture meridian points. That's an interesting thing. We've got a question here from Janaea. Do you find some people respond to inductions better based on a certain sense?
Oh, absolutely. As hypnotists, we learn to listen for language to tell if somebody is mostly visually oriented or kinesthetically, meaning touch, feeling, or auditorily oriented, and we can easily craft our language to fit the client's primary modality, is what we call it, just basically the way that they think.
Yeah. Have you ever done any speed inductions?
Define speed inductions.
Like super quick, or even like silent induction where you're not speaking.
Like even when you see speed inductions where somebody grabs an arm and says sleep, well, that's good video editing. It rarely is actually done that quickly. However, like I said, I was just explaining hypnosis and put my thumb somewhere and I had to catch somebody before they hit the ground. So instant inductions are definitely possible. But again, I was explaining hypnosis, right? Most people have some sort of pre-talk that precedes those instant inductions. And that's really where the hypnosis takes place. Is that they're setting up the expectancy that when this happens, you're gonna go into trance. And I really like the 8-word induction, I think is what it's called. I've heard it called a few different things. Press down on my hand, and then whenever they're pressing down, you just drop your hand, and that gives the equilibrium drop, and say sleep at the same time, and start giving suggestion. And
you short circuit that OODA loop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we've had some.
Oh, we got Laura Wright joining us.
We've had some really interesting people. Do you remember the Mill Creek Festival that we were outside my lodge, the booth that my lodge had, and there were those two blonde like high school twins that you were working with one, and then the other was just sitting crisscross, on the ground underneath a tent, and you were like, and sleep, and you just watch the other twin just.
Right.
I don't know if that was like twin sympathetic response or what, but I was like, oh, this is good. I'm like, I got next.
Yeah.
Oh, now I need to hypnotize some twins and see what happens. Hypnotize one and see what happens. That sounds really interesting.
So
Ben, I hope y'all have that on video.
Oh, I do.
I'll somewhere.
I'll post that when we.
I'm not great about taking the time out to edit my video. It sucks. I really should, because I get a lot of views, but I don't take the time to do it. Ben, yes, I also did the push down. I'm not sure what the poke induction is. Any ideas? Shock induction, yes, sometimes call it that. I agree. Scott, there's so many videos, and then there's a lot of trainers that are selling this idea of doing instant inductions. I can teach you to drop people in, like this, and sure, it's going to happen every once in a while, but mostly what you're seeing is they're doing a cut. They've done a really precise kind of a pre-talk, and they've probably even done an induction before that, and so the shock induction or the really rapid induction is really a second or third induction, really.
Right. Or a lot of times you have street hypnotists, right, and they're doing these instant inductions, and they may have actually just walked up to this person, or this person may have just walked up to them, and they do an induction in 5-6 seconds. But that's not really an instant induction. Yes, that section of it is instant. Even if they haven't hypnotized somebody already, that person's probably been standing around watching them hypnotize people. And like that's part of the setup. They, you're out there, you're with a bunch of other hypnotists.
Talk is amazing.
Yeah, there's people standing around getting hypnotized all over the place. You step up to get hypnotized. Of course, you're going to get instantly hypnotized because that's what's happening here, and you know that, and you're kind of pre-selected in that manner. That isn't to say that it can't just instantly happen.
Laura, sit tight. We're going to bring you on in just a few moments. Thank you, Scott, for that. Shawn, what are your thoughts?
I think first thing I should do is unmute my microphone.
No, it's much better when it's muted.
What can I say? Everybody loves my outrageous Canadian accent.
Indeed.
Hey.
Good day. Hey. Yeah, we can't resist it. Okay, it's just part of us. Eh. What do I think? I think I've known Scott for a while now, and I know where not just his business sense and where but I think I have a pretty good read on where he wants to go and where he wants to take things with his hypnosis. And for me, I understand a lot of the tech stuff that Scott does. So, when he says I did this, and this, usually there's 2 or 3 of us in some of the meetings that we have that understand where he's going with it. And I find his business mind, his hypnosis mind is just so sharp, and he sees so many different angles that he not just monetize, but he can take advantage of and build on. And I really appreciate that about Scott.
Nice.
Well, thank you, Shawn.
Yeah, I've been in the hustle too. And hey, if you're a hypnotist, go join the group Hypno Hustle. It's really grown. It's I remember back when it was just like 2 or 3 of us hanging out. And it's really
some of those
really
first ones was just me, you, and Lisa.
Yeah. So Ben, he's got the poke between the eyes to the forehead after they're looking up with the eyes at the finger going up and down slowly. I've not used this one. Simultaneously sleep and bring their head forward and down. Interesting.
That sounds like the Ash Wednesday induction.
Yeah, Ash Wednesday induction. So you poke quickly between the eyes to the forehead after they're looking up with the eyes at the finger, because they're looking up at the eyes, and then going up and down slowly, simultaneously sleep and tap their and bring their head forward. So you're doing a pull sleep. All right. And I'm out.
Try that on your cat first.
Right, I'm trying it on you.
Purring, and then they just nod off.
No, slightly related. If you have any children, doing this between their eyes while slowly speaking to them is a very good way to help them nod off to sleep.
Oh,
when in doubt, get a bigger hammer.
Good deal.
I really hope that was a comment about something other than putting babies to sleep, Brian.
Oh, Sludge-O-Matic puts the cat out all night.
Lisa,
no, do not hit your children with a hammer. That's
Lisa
bad.
Kostiuk. Did I say it right this time? Kostiuk? Lisa Kostiuk says, as a post-hypnotic suggestion can set up a rapid induction, a reinduction. Absolutely. So we can set that up. And that's a really great way, especially if you're working with somebody you're going to see again sometime, or you're going to work with, like a hypnotherapy client. Also, if people have been hypnotized by you before, it's going to be easier for you to induce them really quickly also. So great point, Lisa. Lisa, how about a link to your boot camp? Are you filled up with that yet, or you still got room? So Lisa Kostiuk and Alan Sands run a stage hypnosis boot camp. That's coming up here during the summer, I believe. And so a great opportunity to get yourself up on stage, learn stage hypnosis. She might join, but we know, Becca, you don't have to talk. All you have to do is just hang out and look pretty, just like I do. Ben Patois, yes. Scott, you are hired as baby daddy.
Oh, Scott lost. Scott
you
lost
probably
1, 2,
can't
3,
afford rates. You probably can't afford my rates.
I don't think that's how being a baby daddy works.
We'll see.
Hit me up on the DMs. Man, thank you for the thank you for chatting with us. You or Suzanne are welcome to come on sometime too, and or together, whatever. This is Laura just using a different phone. Okay, Laura. She's got a lot of different aliases apparently, and yeah, I don't think that would be an enjoyable Brian. So hey, what do you say we get started with some hypnosis? Here's from the festival. Yes. Oh, wow, Brian, you've got all the links. Fantastic. We're going to put this link down there. Go check this out. Oh, damn it. You know, I use this thing, this platform a couple times a week, and I still...
Shawn and I are having difficulty. We have to actually go open up the Facebook Live and the YouTube Live and put it on mute, and that's how we're commenting. So I'll make sure that I share... I'll make sure that I share the links in there.
I can't seem to copy and paste that link that you have in the private one.
We're not able to be posting to like everything like we normally have been. There's a glitch in the matrix.
Don't worry, I got it.
It wasn't me. I didn't break it.
Yeah.
A couple of spaces left in the Hypnosis Boot Camp. Great opportunity to get up on stage. So go grab that link, hence the different alias. Not sure what she's talking about. Good for you. You know what? I did figure, here's what we're going to do. So next week, we're going to plan this. I'm going to get this. I'm going to figure this out. Brian, save those links. We're going to show some links next week. We're already getting to the end of our show. I still got my uncomfortable chair. So we got to finish up, within, 20 or 30 minutes. So, let's get on with the hypnosis. Now, listen, before we start with this, hypnosis, it truly is powerful. And if you're listening to this while driving, moving around, operating heavy machinery, you could actually go in trance and bad things could happen. So we don't want that to happen. So if you're listening later on Spotify or Apple Tunes, whatever, and or you're watching on YouTube or you're watching us live, please sit down or lie down somewhere. And the other thing is too, hypnosis is very safe. The worst thing I might worry about is like if I were going to be hypnotized right now, I'm sitting up on kind of a high chair. If I went into trance, I could fall down and hit my head. And so make sure you're sitting in a way that you're not going to fall down. You're lying down is probably even best. And we're going to do some fun with hypnosis. So
be out of range of stuff that can hurt you.
Thank you, Brian. Very succinct. Okay, so let's bring Laura on. Here we go, Laura. Welcome, Laura.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Jim, put Laura in the big screen.
Trying to, yeah.
I kind of look homeless. I don't know if I want to be in the big screen, but I'll take it.
Oh, you look great for homeless.
Thanks.
There you go. Yeah. It's
all right, Scott, get her
there. I don't know. There's a way to. Okay. Let's. I don't know. Let's see. Can she?
Trying to get comfortable here for y'all.
I don't think there's a way to just make somebody like the star like that. It would be great.
Comfortable. I'm sure that there is, Jim.
Probably.
I just pin somebody to the screen.
Yeah,
that works. That works.
Okay.
All right, Scott, send it.
All right, Jim and Brian and Shawn, even if you want to join. What do y'all think about doing a multi-hypnotist induction? Or y'all just do some hypnosis pattern, some induction pattern, and you use that as a confusion technique. Y'all ever done that before?
Yeah, let's do it.
Kind of like a radar O'Reilly induction. If you get that reference, you're as old as me.
I fear that we put us. Laura, did you put us on speaker?
Put us on speaker. Yes.
Did I?
You can put us on speaker. That's no problem, but you'll need to mute your mic. That way we don't get feedback. Fine. Yeah. If you mute your mic, if you have us on speaker, that'll be just fine. But we won't be able to hear you. So
okay. Good. All right.
Cool.
So Scott, you're going to start off, and then whenever you want, if you want somebody else to take over, you can just hold up a finger or do this or something like that.
No, I'm not talking about like a round robin, just like all of us at the same time.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
So just whenever you want to join in, throw an extra word in, throw a whole phrase
Perfect.
in just to
Oh, this
up
is-
the confusion.
Well, we haven't done it like this before. This will be fun, Scott. Great.
Yeah. All right, cool. Laura, look like you're in a nice, comfortable position there where you won't fall down and get injured in any way. So just take a few deep breaths and begin to relax. Just let yourself feel the couch beneath you as you begin to relax
Sound of our voices.
and breathe in.
Jim is
Breathe
incredibly
out.
sexy.
Just relaxing now.
All the way down, deeper and deeper. Just listening. Any noises in your environment will only serve to make you go deeper into hypnosis. All the way
As
down.
Becca follows these instructions as well, she can easily go into trance.
Trance, that's a funny word. What does it mean? To be here, to be there, to be nowhere, to be inside,
Everywhere. All over the
to be
place.
everywhere.
And
all
if
the
your
way
name is
down.
Becca, you're just going to go and sleep right now. Good night, Becca.
That's right.
All the way down.
Becca, the
Even
sound of my
deeper.
voice is just going to make you
More
giggle
relaxed.
and smile.
Every
And
breath
Becca's
as you-
giggling and smiling.
guiding you
You'll know.
deeper,
With each and every breath,
going further.
becoming more and more relaxed.
That's right. Good.
More calm. Did you hear
Perfect.
the sound of our voices?
Feeling
That's right.
absolutely amazing.
All the way deep inside your mind.
Every word
Just
that I utter. Guiding you
with every
deeper,
word, going deeper,
deeper,
and deeper,
deeper still.
all the way
further.
down.
And feeling absolutely amazing.
Things
Just
may happen outside of awareness.
yesterday is
Good.
gone. Tomorrow is 1,000 miles away.
All the
Drifting,
way
dropping, falling deeper and deeper. Jim
deeper
is
still.
feeling incredibly more
Oh.
attracted to Jim. Damn, he's pretty. And you two are pretty as well.
You can ignore any suggestions you want, especially if they come from Brian. All the way down. Completely
relaxing.
relaxed.
The more you laugh and giggle, the deeper you go.
And the more Brian
deeper you
laughs and
go.
giggles, the deeper you go.
That's right. Every laugh guiding you deeper and further. That's right. That smile on your face is a sign that you're going into a deep state of trance.
And if your finger feels compelled to rise. Oh, wait, no, this is a family show.
That's right.
You may notice
Going deeper now.
that your nose begins to itch. And if you want, when you notice your nose beginning to itch, just go ahead and rub it. And the moment you rub it, you'll go 10 times deeper.
Just
Deeper
raise that
still.
finger and rub that nose. It's so itchy.
And as you inhale,
Good.
feeling all sorts of pleasure and goodness. And then as you exhale, you're just going to drift
Feeling
100 times deeper, just sinking
the
into
more
your
you
bed,
resist,
sinking into the cushions. The
the more
mattress
you
is just
resist. With each and every breath in,
That's right.
you feel that nose becoming more and more itchy.
itchy, itchy, itchy.
Feeling that
itchy.
air pass through your
Escaping
nostrils.
to a favorite place in your mind. A favorite place in your mind. That's right.
Damn, Jim's pretty.
Good. That's right.
All the way down.
You only
the
accept
deeper you go, the
suggestions
better you
that are
feel.
appropriate for you.
And the better
All
you
the
feel, the
The better
deeper you
feel, the
go.
deeper you go.
Deeper and deeper. That's right.
Surrender to the power of Scott's beard.
And if you start to feel the need to shift or move around, that's okay. You're just releasing tension. Good. That's right.
All the way down. Drifting,
As soon as that
dreaming,
tension is
relaxing.
released, you'll go even deeper.
You may
I wonder
find
where you'd like to go today in your mind.
right now
Could be
No wonder
anywhere at
you're
all.
begins to float. You may
Floating.
feel the tug
Floating.
pulling your arm up,
Floating.
slowly,
Slowly.
lifting,
Lifting.
rising,
Rising.
jerking. Just
Floating.
let it happen.
And as
Don't
you allow it
assist
to happen,
Don't
the more you
force it.
resist, the
Just
more it rises.
let it rise. The more it
Good.
rises,
And as you
the more
relax, you
relaxed
just
you
feel the
feel.
tension leaving your body, out the
All
ends
the
of your
way.
fingers and toes, just like
Let
water
that
droplets
arm,
dripping
let
off of
that
you after
arm
the
begin
shower.
to float.
You can feel
Let
that
that
arm
arm
that's lighter.
float up now,
And as the
One of
tension
your arms
releases
feels lighter.
and
floating,
you relax, it's just going to float up,
rising,
Arms feels lighter.
feeling
jerking.
amazing.
Feels lighter
Feeling
now.
wonderful.
Feel your arms just
Feel it
wanting
rising.
to rise.
Perhaps both of them begin to rise. And
Higher
that's okay.
and
And
Higher.
the
higher.
more they
and
rise, the better you feel.
The better you feel, the more they rise.
That's going into a deep state of trance
And the more
now.
they rise, the more you smile and giggle. And the more you giggle, the more your hands rise.
In your
Your
mind's
arms
eye, you
become
can
lighter
see
and
that
lighter.
hand rising,
And
rising,
rising.
rising.
Floating,
Feels so
gently.
good to just let
floating
go.
higher and
Feel it
higher.
happen. Want it to happen? Watch it happen.
Feel it happen.
Make it happen. Good.
All the way up.
The higher it goes, the deeper into trance you go.
The deeper
Good.
into trance you go, the higher it rises.
Perhaps there's a part of you that's resisting. What would need to happen for that part to just go away?
To just
And I wonder,
fade away and let you experience what it is to be hypnotized, what it is to
Right now.
automatically respond to our
And
command.
Laura's arms are going to feel
10,
lighter and lighter. There's
9,
1,000 helium balloons tied to your wrists, and you're just going to feel your arms drift up.
7,
And the more they drift up, the better you feel.
6,
8,
5,
7,
3,
When,
2,
5.
when one is reached, your arm will fall to your lap and
all
you'll
the
go
way
10
down.
times deeper.
3,
2,
2, 1.
One
Letting that
deeper
arm drift
down, dropping,
Drop
falling,
down.
feeling
like that.
amazing.
Feeling that itch on your body. Somewhere in your body, there's feeling that itch, that need to move, to just readjust yourself. That's okay.
all
You're
the way
free to
down.
move, free to go down, free to listen to the sound of our voices. Good.
That's right. Just
You're doing
like that.
perfectly. Just
All
like
the way
that.
down.
All the way.
Completely relaxed.
Just
Open
relax.
to suggestion.
Open to suggestions.
Feeling wonderful.
Suggestions sound amazing.
The sound of our voices compel you to follow our instructions. Because the
Because it
sound
feels
of our
good to
voice,
follow instructions.
following
Way
instructions,
down.
our voice compels you to follow instructions. The more closely you
Only good things are going to happen.
That ASMR.
That's
Those
right.
whispers.
As you whisper,
Those whispers.
as you
drawing
hear
you
the whispers, drawing you.
I don't think my microphone does this.
That's all right. Just letting go.
I don't think your voice does this, Brian.
I don't
All
think
the way down.
all the way down. Feeling waves of relaxation
But that's okay.
through your body. ASMR, feeling it, feeling lots
Relax.
of pleasurable sensations throughout your body now.
You're
Feel
going
the
to respect me for my mind.
Feeling the sensations.
Feeling wonderful.
So wonderful now.
Feeling calm.
So good, so calm.
Feeling
It's easy to relax.
So good.
Absolutely amazing.
So
Our
comfortable.
voices massaging your brain, your body. Feel yourself
All the way down.
all the way. Good.
And just relax and take a moment while you're deep in hypnosis to just find any issues you want to work on and just let your subconscious mind take care of those, because
Anything
not
at all.
everything has to be fun, but it can be fun. We can
You
go
just have
deep
to
into
let it.
hypnosis in a playful way, and it still works.
And it
Sometimes
still
even
works.
better.
Even better
And
now.
better.
And better.
And you
Nothing
feel
else to
safe
think
and
about.
secure, completely comfortable.
So safe, so comfortable.
So relax.
Instructions.
Feeling
So-
wrapped in that warm blanket.
Good. Did you hear Shawn's voice? It's deeply comforting to you.
And as
Deeply
your
comforting.
conscious solves all of those issues, notice the joy welling up inside, filling
Welling up.
every part of you.
Every part.
And
Wonderful.
with every issue solved, more and
All the
more
way.
joy.
That's
Beautiful.
right. Exactly.
Perfectly content.
Perfect.
That's
Good.
right.
That's right.
And
You're
knowing
doing
that you
perfectly.
can solve these issues anytime, because
Anytime.
you already know how
You know
to.
what? You already
Everything
know.
that you need. You already can feel
You can feel
changes happening.
happening now.
Starting to love yourself.
This is your
Feeling
time.
amazing about yourself.
More
Feeling
and
wonderful.
more. Realizing you don't have to be perfect to be lovable. But you could just choose
To be damn pretty.
and love yourself.
Just
Perhaps
the
you'll
way you
find that you. Perhaps you'll even find that you're repeating in your mind.
Damn, I'm pretty.
I'm pretty.
Damn, I'm pretty.
Damn, I'm pretty.
Damn, I'm pretty.
It makes you smile, and it takes the suggestion deep within you. You start to love yourself deeply, care about yourself, feeling it. Good.
And just take a few moments to let all that sink in, all the way down, and become new software inside your mind. Become your new, easily accessible programs. Whether you have an Android or an iPhone, easily accessible.
Easily accessible. There are no bad operating systems.
Just Apple.
They're all good. They can all be used to your benefit. Good. And perhaps you'll find that it's time to come back now in a few moments.
That's right. Waking now, slowly returning to the world around you.
Jim, do we want them to be wide aware right now? Or do we want to bring them all the way back?
Feeling
All the
comfortable.
way back.
All the way back.
Feeling
All
those
the way
eyes
back.
open, wiggling those fingers and toes.
Whenever it's appropriate for you, whenever you want to come back, only coming back as soon as is comfortable and acceptable for you.
And keep in mind that
Fine.
anytime one of us sleep, deep sleep,
The one who this
snaps,
experience
you
is
just
for.
remember this relaxation and return right to this state.
And the more Brian sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher, the more you know your suggestions are taking root deep in your subconscious.
deep within. That's right. Only coming back as soon as is comfortable for you now. Good. Whenever you're ready, you can tell us what the experience was like.
Twice as aware now, starting to return all the way back.
So I have my speakerphone on. Is it echoing?
No, it is not.
Okay. Very relaxed. Very interesting. Which is really what I was looking for, right? Like, because I'm so high strung. Like, I need a way to like decompress. So that was my feeling, and I appreciate it.
So, Laura,
Awesome.
do me a quick favor.
Yeah.
I want you to take a big, deep breath for me. Inhale, just nice and big. And then as you exhale, just sleep, drifting, dropping, falling, just nice. Return to that relaxation state that you were in. Feeling just absolutely amazing. And the bigger you smile, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the bigger you smile. Just feeling absolutely amazing. And great minds think alike. And just knowing in the back of your mind that Becca from the opposite side of the planet has joined you in this relaxation. It's amazing how funny that is. It's pretty awesome.
Contagious.
And 1, 2, 3, coming back wide aware, eyes wide open, looking, feeling refreshed and amazing. Like, that's pretty cool.
Goodness.
How I told you, all you have to do is just, if you can relax and follow directions, you're going to be fine. So what I want you to do is kind of hold your hand out a little bit like this, and you're just going to focus on the tip of your middle finger. It's the one that you tell me that I'm number 1. And then as I snap, you're just going to feel it just coming closer in between your eyes, just feeling it pulling closer. Just let it come. Don't fight it. Just allow it to come, feel it to come faster. And as it gets closer and closer to you, you just get more and more relaxed,
Closer.
more and more relaxed, just feeling better.
My dog's joining us now.
Oh, see that she's going to hypnotize. Now do that. Do that neck thing. It looks like you have an Aussie Shepherd, don't you?
I have a little Democrat puppy. She's a Jack Russell.
Oh, that's all right. So you're able to see the whole screen and everything.
Yeah.
Watch, it's really cool. Hey, Becca. Hi. Good night. Sleep and go night night. Take a deep breath. There you go.
Oh no, I think she hit her head, Brian.
On a pillow.
On a
Hey, Becca, come back to us. 1, 2, 3, wide aware.
nice pillow.
Wide aware, feeling amazing. See how goofy was it? Oh, that's amazing. So, yeah. I was gonna say, is a dog laying on the ground now?
No, she's a Jack Russell. She's always crazy. But I did feel my fingers start to come, and I was like, no, this is not going to happen.
Yeah. So you can take like a really deep breath in and just get kind of just allow that tension just to flow out of your shoulders, down your arms and everything. And then just lift your hand up, and you're just going to kind of like twice as fast. Just let it come forward in between your eyes and everything. Just feel it coming.
You're
Feel
not
it
going to let it come. It's just going to.
Yeah, you're going to. You're just going to feel it getting closer. It's just pulled like a magnet on a string, and the closer it gets, the more relaxed you get. The more relaxed you watch it, the faster it goes, faster it comes in. And as soon as you feel it
pulled all the way to your forehead,
there's like an invisible string. It's like a tractor beam that is just
pulling it tighter.
You're starting to giggle because you know it's working.
I'm fighting it though.
Don't
resist it. The stronger it gets. Fight it all you want. The more you resist the more you resist it, the stronger it gets.
You're just gonna
let it resist, the stronger it gets.
God damn it! I feel like it's about to come. Sorry, God.
I know it's okay.
Yeah.
No, just feel it. Feel it come to your foot. Nothing bad is going to happen. You're just going to allow it to come.
The
you're going to
moment that finger touches your forehead,
you're just going to
drop all the way back down
comes
into that wonderful, comfortable, relaxed feeling.
Your
where you can
fingers
just
gonna
let go.
your fingers gonna
Want it
touch
to
the middle of
happen.
your eyes, and you're just gonna
Allow
hit
it to
that light
happen.
switch
Closer.
and just shut your brain off and just feel
Closer.
amazing.
That's
Just
right.
want it to happen.
Allow yourself to just feel
There you
what it
go.
feels like.
There you go.
To just let go and go
All
into
the
a
way
deep
down.
state of trance now. Good.
And now anytime you feel stressed or anything like that, you can just touch that spot in your forehead. It'll make it look like, to the ordinary person, that you're just rubbing your forehead, and all that's going to do is just allow you to experience the feeling of relaxation, the calmness, just the wonderful things.
Every time that nose itches and you rub it, you go deeper.
And then you're just going to open your
Deeper.
eyes and just feel absolutely refreshed and amazing. Then watch this. Becca's nose is going to start to itch. Just uncontrollably. She can't stop. It's Becca, the opposite side of the world. Your nose is just itchy as can be.
All the way down.
All right, guys, we got to wrap it up. Thanks so much for
All right, I
joining
hope
us.
everybody
today.
had fun.
Yeah.
Jim and
Well,
Brian, was that the first time y'all did a multi-induction like that, a group
It
induction?
was,
like that?
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd be curious of how it was on the recipient's end.
Yeah. What
and
was
just
that
how,
like?
how
Especially
we
for,
all sounded, because I'm wondering if the program was only allowing us to pick up one microphone at a time.
No, I heard everybody at once, and
Okay.
my mind works so fast. Honestly, I think that worked well for me.
cool.
That kind
Joe
of
Davis
induction
is great.
works really well for what we call analytical subjects or clients.
Very analytical. So yeah, all those things coming at me at once was, I think, helpful for me personally.
You can come back and listen to this anytime. It'll be on the YouTube channel or the Facebook page, so you can come back and listen to it anytime.
For sure. I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys.
And Laura, what is it really late where you're at right now?
No, it's 10:20.
Okay, so for the next 24 hours, so when you're at work and talking to people and interacting with folks, every time you hear your name, Laura, you're just gonna like grin and feel just absolutely amazing. It's gonna be awesome.
Brian, you don't know what I do, but I can't do that at my work. Okay, so don't tell me for that. Okay, I'm a financial advisor.
Like I
know,
said
but
earlier, you have permission to reject any of Brian's suggestions.
Thank you,
No,
Scott.
All right, you're every time you hear your name, you're just gonna feel absolutely amazing, and then you're gonna think of Jim and Scott.
Perfect. I love it.
Becca, so, I know you can't talk, but I think it's especially interesting for you since you've had a lot of other hypnosis. So it sounds like it was a good experience for her too. Yeah. Made her focus more. Interesting. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Scott. That was interesting. We've never really done it like that. So I think that was really cool.
Yeah, no, happy to. Like I said, it's something different. I like to do it when you have more than one hypnotist around because it's just fun to do, and y'all picked up on it really quick. So
Yeah,
that's great.
Cool.
This was not rehearsed.
It was not rehearsed.
It never is.
From the beginning, you'll see.
I'm pretty sure people can tell that your live streams aren't rehearsed. So pretty sure they can.
Yeah, exactly. How dare you?
We never know what Brian's going to say. Sometimes.
Thank you, Becca and Laura, for being great subjects. Always fun to find somebody who enjoys hypnosis.
Janaea, she liked it too. Let's see. I really liked it. The overlapping voices were great as someone who is auditory focused. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Also, for you analytical folks, if you go to my YouTube channel under hypnosis sessions, there is one called For Analytical Clients. So if you're kind of analytical, there's not a whole lot out there for you because most people are doing progressive relaxation for their YouTube channels. So you'll get some help there. Scott, do you have a lot of hypnosis sessions on your YouTube channel?
No, I don't. I'm going to start putting some more up there. I mostly reserve hypnosis sessions for products to sell. So I do have some on there. I do have some on there.
I've got to start. so he does have this really cool one. It was I remember there was one you had up there that was maybe it was just a sound effect one. It was the rain on a tin roof. That was a really cool one.
Yeah, you could probably find some of those on my channel still. I'm actually
Yeah.
thinking about starting another rain channel. So
The,
I listen to rain every night to sleep with. So, and I find there's other videos on YouTube, the volumes change in the middle of the rain suddenly, and it's jarring when you're sleeping with it. So, anyways, go ahead, finish what you were saying.
I was going to say that my channel isn't even monetized yet, but they're playing ads, of course, and they're cutting into like parts. People are complaining. They're like, I used to listen to this hypnosis session all the time, and now it's 10 minutes in, there's a commercial, and so I'm going to start.
That's exactly what I was talking about earlier.
Jim, do you know what the solution to that is? So what you do is just below the video in the description, you put purchase this audio for $1.99 on my Etsy store, and then they can spend $1.99 on it. I mean, if they listen to it all the time, then they can spend $1.99 on it.
Money well spent,
and then they can have it uninterrupted.
Absolutely, I agree.
The other solution is get your channel monetized.
Yeah, well, I'm almost there. Yeah. The damn nose, I feel like it is itchy. So is mine. Damn it. Hey guys, it's been awesome. Scott, thank you for being our special guest Hypnosis Hero this week.
No problem. I loved it.
Thank you, Brian, of course.
Any remaining suggestions of itchy noses, you can let them go now. They can be gone. Your nose is only itchy when it's normally itchy.
What a fun time. So Brian, of course, thank you so much for being a great sidekick. Shawn, always helpful, doing your technical, great stuff, always jumping in as a co-host when necessary. And of course, our guests that came on the stream. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Becca. And everyone who watched.
Both lovely.
Really. Janaea, we had Joe and Ben and everybody. If you curse, they won't play ads. Oh, okay. So here, let's look at some of these. Just don't give someone anything in resist before we start. I'm not sure what that means. So I heard that if you curse, they won't play ads. Okay. I don't effing know if it works though. Good. Hey, Mark's there. I want to thank everybody. Please join us again. I'll probably most likely be here next Friday, and we might have a whole bunch of hypnotists hanging around because I'll be at the Heartland Hypnosis Conference. I'll let you, Brian and Shawn, will know what's going on. And please join us most Friday nights, 7:30 p.m.
A whole bunch of hypnotists at once. What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go right?
Yeah.
We're all heavenly angels.
That's right. Take care. Be well. Be awesome.
Stay free, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Night.